Welcome to Innovate and Conversate, where we discuss the latest innovations and trends in the business world. I'm your host, Jana, and joining me today is Mr. Ahmed, Group Supply Chain Director at Zahrawi Group. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Jana. It's a pleasure to meet you.
So, to start off, healthcare supply chains have faced major challenges. What are some of the challenges in the sector that impacted the UAE in specific?
Well, to be honest, I believe UAE was in a much better position than any other countries globally. UAE has a resilient supply chain and a resilient ecosystem that allowed them to respond much better to the disruptions that happen. We usually in supply chain, we receive and expect that skyrocketing logistics rates and also disruption in the routes due to geopolitical reasons and shortages and due to reliance on single sourcing. This is usually happen and affect our supply to the patients. However, the UAE government has been very resilient in this, very dynamic, and ensured that the quality of the service provided to the healthcare needed for healthcare is consistent and as well as always available in the market.
And what would you say that are some of the biggest obstacles that supply chain leaders faced, and what are some of the lessons learned from that?
Well, I think the main thing that is happening is the lack of transparency and visibility that really put us in a very hard challenge to predict, to forecast, to execute our supply chain daily activities. So I believe agility is very critical. It's not an option anymore. It is important to integrate and have visibility on all our stock demands and all our forecast, ensure that our inventories are dynamics and we don't have aged items in our shelves. And to provide these kind of things, we have to integrate more with digital assistant tools and digital platforms available like AI and IoT.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say is an example of a major challenge that supply chain has faced, and how did the sector overcome it?
Well, I believe that one of the things that touched us all, which is the pandemic that happened recently in the world, that was a major lockdown, airports were shut down, curfews, and many other obstacles that hindered supply chain from operate dynamically.
Mm-hmm.
These challenges was very, for us, it was very challenging that we shall respond and react, and there was a major scarcity in some major things to the people, mainly vaccines, diagnostic kits, and life-saving products. So we had to innovate, collaborate, and not to rely on a single sourcing, tap alternatives, ensure that markets are very open to the people and to the needy of the healthcare services. We at Zahrawi, we have done so many things that we never done in my whole experience in supply chain, from renting charters, moving items from a country to a cross-transit country, using very specialized routes, whatever is available we had to take. We had to ensure that our services is reaching our customers and healthcare in need. The UAE government also played a major role in this. They made a crisis management center. They made national stockpiling to ensure that the whole stock is available and visible to everyone, whoever in need of that. Field hospitals has been generated in weeks. We experienced things that never happened before in the history of the supply chain.
And when it comes to private-public collaboration, what's one example of such a collaboration that has worked successfully in the UAE?
The UAE has unified the public sector goal with the private sector as well. So they mainly integrate their vision with the public sector vision to ensure the quality of the healthcare, to ensure the availability of healthcare services to everyone, to make the quality uncompromised and untapped, to be honest. And One of the main things is collaborating with healthcare service providers, collaborating with logistics healthcare providers to ensure the consistency of supply. Also, the integration of the file Malafi, which is in Abu Dhabi and will roll out into the whole Emirates to ensure the visibility and to provide more predictive analytics to the patients. This is contributing massively in the well-being as well as the quality of the healthcare provided, which is something for the UAE government is something cannot be compromised.
Mm-hmm. And what role does AI, automation, and predictive analytics play in improving supply chain resilience?
The AI becoming and predictive analytics and everything, it's becoming not an option anymore. I think it's becoming core.
Yeah.
It's moving from operational luxury to operational core. It helps us in everything. The AI predictive analytics make us predict disruptions, make us predict how to react to these kind of disruptions, put scenarios that we never thought about it and react to it. The AI forecasting, the forecast demanding and planning help both business and healthcare providers to ensure that the efficiency of the stock available and the efficiency of the procurement cycle. Mm-hmm. That is very important for the business. It allows the business to grow and to contribute more to the community. In the meantime, avoid aging and avoid also having unnecessarily procurement that is insufficient. These collaborations that happen between the regulators in the UAE and the private sectors in the UAE, providing healthcare services and logistics services, is very dynamic currently, and having it with AI, digitized smart cities, the smart logistics zones like the one in Dubai South. Mm-hmm. The government initiatives is ensuring the best healthcare services provided.
And looking ahead, what would you say are the top priorities for supply chain industries in the UAE?
Well, following the government initiative, and to be honest, the UAE government is very proactive in this, that whenever we think about something, we find it's already in place, already mm-hmm. started, so it's already happening. So I believe the local manufacturing, the ensuring the medication and the vaccines and the life-saving and the critical products are available on the shelf and on demand for all the people in need of this. It's very important. It's already happening. Mm-hmm. The sustainability and the green logistics also is important to have the contribution and to the economy and to the green operation, as they call it nowadays, which is very common in it. The regulator framework is very important to ensure the quality of the product to the people that will contribute consequently to the life, the well-being and the life expectancy as well, which is main government role. Lastly, but as we mentioned, it's already happening and it's already becoming a core functional, is the digitization and the integration of the AI, smart cities, IoT, predictive analytics, and all these kind of things.
Mr. Ahmed, in your view, what role do individuals play in sustaining growth and resilience when it comes to healthcare supply chains?
Well, thank you for the question. I believe this is very important and it's very critical question, because supply chain is not just about functionality and digitization and machinery and all things. It's a league of extraordinary people networking together, ensuring that the healthcare and the other things are reaching us, whether in our day-to-day activities or in our medication. So it's very important to invest in our people and to grow. And the growth will always be a point that has dynamic resources, whether for the government or for the business. And the culture that is built from the supply chain community or the people contributing to this, from warehouse staff, planners, procurement officers, regulatory people. It's creating a culture that is embedded and woven in the fabric of operation. So it is very critical and important. Thank you for the question.
And what advice would you give for organizations that want to improve their supply chain?
Digitize,
Yeah.
invest in your people, and ensure that to cope with the technology standards that is happening, be resilient, agile, and ensure that don't rely on a single source. Absolutely, always have alternatives, but don't compromise, of course, on the quality, and invest in your people.
Perfect. I guess this brings us to the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Jana. Great to meet you.
Thank you to our listeners for tuning in. We'd love to hear back from you on which topics you would like for us to discuss next. Until next time, stay innovative and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.